Yo, what's up, people? What is going on? First off, let me answer this question. Sorry, Danny. It's actually 53. I forgot to change the number. This is the 53rd episode of the O.O.C. It's crazy, man.
53rd, huh? Look at that.
Can you believe we did 53 of these episodes, bro?
Not counting the ones we missed.
Right, because we could be, I think we missed like 2 months, so we could be at like 57 or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
We missed a month, and then we missed maybe a week in between all this time, or 2 weeks with all this time. I remember we missed a Wednesday not too long back.
That is correct. Just want to say what's up to the people in the chat. G Major's in the house. Danny is in the chat. Caleb is in the house in the chat. Haven't seen you in a while, Caleb. Thank you for popping in, man. You know,
what up?
You know, we missed the smelly boom boom jokes, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Phil Melitas is in the house. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? First off, I want my boy Roberto to talk about himself, his channel, and everything else. Roberto, talk to the people, sir.
What up, people? Trendy Mendy. Down for a minute on Monday nights. Don't know when I'm coming back. Might come back with something fresh and new. Or might come back with F the ego. My ego's pretty much put in check, right? You know? Yeah, put in check. I have my moments, but we all do. As what's his name would say, all us humans do.
Wifey, put that shit in check.
Yeah. Give her a stripe.
We know it's her. It ain't me. It ain't your brother. It ain't parents. It's the wifey. Wifey, put that shit in check.
I'll give her a stripe for that, you know. You can find me here Wednesday nights with my boy Nzo Bigger for them Entertainment. Give him love. Show him enough respect. Subscribe, like, hit your bell. Do all you got to do for my boy over here so you can reach that magic number he's looking for. And Saturdays, you can find us with Mr. Comic Chat, keeping it real on a sports tip. We're going to be down this Saturday, but we're going to come with enough material next Saturday. We're going to have 2 weeks of shit to talk about, NBA, NFL, all that, all good, all that. And that's it, Joe.
Baby. That's it. That's all. You guys know the show. We have a topic where we discuss a few things, right? And if you guys know, I did a video about this dude getting canceled, talking about sleeping with young girls. We're going to get into a little reaction that he did on the lead attorney's channel, where he was basically explaining himself. And I know I caught him in a lie on that. But the first thing I want to get into is I got a little rant to get off of my motherfucking chest, and I've been holding this shit on for a few weeks now, and I'm just going to talk about like some of the hypocrisy in our little community that we have over here, you know what I mean? And it started off with me. I was going through my sub list, right? And I was looking for a sub, and then I started noticing, I'm like, wait a minute, this person's not sub to me. This person's not sub to me. This person not really. Okay. But then I was actually on MSK's channel and we were talking about it. Mike was over there. We were talking about it, and Mike was like, yeah, MSK, you're not. He's like, you're not sub to me. And then MSK showed. He's like, yeah, I'm sub to both of you guys, and it showed that it was sub to us. So I was like, okay, so it's probably some YouTube shit, right? But you see, the thing with me is there's a lot of shit, and there's a lot of people that I really don't fuck with anymore. You know what I mean? And like, they still cool. I'm still cool with them. I ain't calling no names or anything like that. But at the end of the day, I think people do shit and talk about people behind their backs, and they won't say it to their face. And I've always been one to keep it real. Like if I say something about somebody, like if I'm talking to Danny, I say something about Roberto, you better believe I will be able to say it to his face. I literally had people come and telling me that they called someone name, you know, fat motherfucker, this and that. And then 2 days later on the stream with him, I had someone come to me and talk to me about how, oh, you know, this dude, he betrayed me and he did this and he did that. And then 2 days later, they're on the stream with him. So I'm sitting there and I'm like watching all of this stuff. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, we all have issues. We're all our own people. But at the end of the day, like if you're going to be disrespecting somebody like that, I can just imagine what the hell you guys are saying to me, especially with the fact that people know the situation of why the two clowns that were on this show aren't on this show anymore. Right. I know they're talking about me 100%. But I know none of those motherfuckers will ever come to my face and say it to my face. And this is the problem that I have. Like, I've kept it real. I try to keep it real. There is not one person in this community that can ever say that I was. Well, first, let me say this. Everybody's a hypocrite. I've been a hypocrite. I've said I wasn't going to be on someone's show before. Like, I'm done with this person. I'll never be on a show. And then I end back up on there. But never once have I ever disrespected this person, right? I've literally had people disrespect a man, right? I'm never going to go on that show, this and that. They do this and they do that. And then they begging to be on the show. And I'm just like, listen, man, keep it real. Like, this is what I do. I talk about keeping it real, and I try to keep it real, right? You guys in the chat know that, right? And I know the few people that I fuck with do keep it real. And I know that those people will sit there and talk to me and tell me what I'm doing wrong instead of talking behind my back, right? I've had dudes come up to me and warn me about two people. I won't say the names because I said I wasn't going to call them the names, but I've literally had someone say, "Oh, you should watch out for this person. You should watch out for that person," right? But they don't know the person that told me that, or they should know that because they know people don't like them. Those people that person that told me that, people told me to watch out for them. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit back and watch out for somebody if I ain't got no beef with them. If I ain't got no beef with them, if they have nothing to do with me, then I'm going to collaborate with people. I'm sorry, but your war is not my war. I have never once told anybody that I wasn't going to fuck with them because they fucked with the people that used to be on this show or someone that I don't fuck with. I've never done that. You're a grown ass man. You can fuck with whoever you want to. It is not going to change my relationship with you. But I had someone come into my chat, right? Someone recommended, said, "Hey, this dude should be good to come on your show." And I was like, "No problem." And I messaged the dude, right? Once, twice, that's about it. Not a big conversation, but someone got in their feelings and actually went behind our backs and wanted to be removed from a show. And I'm like, listen, first off, that has nothing to do with me. I have no issue with this dude. So why am I not going to collaborate with someone or not want to fuck with them because you do it? I don't ask no one to do that for me, right? I had people,
That's
John was
some
on the show.
elementary shit.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Like, this is exactly what I'm saying. Like, if you don't like the person, that's fine. And if I ever had the person on the show, you don't have to watch. I get it. You don't want to watch, not ever. But to put someone else in a predicament had me apologizing to that person. You know what I mean? For something that I didn't even do. But I had to apologize and be like, listen, bro, I'm sorry. I had no idea that this and that, this and that. Dude was like, yeah, don't worry. What? Don't worry. It's not your fault, whatever this. But I felt bad for something that I didn't even do, bro. Like, one conversation. Dude has never even been on the fucking show. You know what I mean? So for me, I just like to keep it real, right? And if you guys are going to talk about people behind their back to me, then I know people are talking about me behind my back, and I just don't want to mess with that. You know what I mean? I go certain places and I get the feeling like I'm not even wanted there. And I could tell you how I keep it real because I was on a stream with Saggy like 4 times before I even said a word to her. And then when she was on MSK stream, we had a conversation. Then I popped in, she came on my stream and stuff like that. And backstage, I told her, I'm like, listen, man, I didn't like you at first. You know what I mean? I thought you were this and that. She completely understood and respected the fact that I actually came out and told that truth. You know what I mean? King David, I explained that in another video. So if you want, you can go and check it out. I'm not going to discuss any of that shit before. It has been talked about. That's it. You know what I mean? And let's be real. Like, when I say clowns, I call everybody clowns, right? I've done it many times. So it's nothing personal like that. I'm just saying that's the way I talk. That's the way I do it. But anyways, at the end of the day, like I said, just keep it real, man. That's all. Like, I don't try to be fake, and I don't want anybody around me to be fake. And if I feel like you're fake, then I'm going to have an issue. And like, I'm not going to mess around like I used to. And that's just that. What's up, Andre? How you doing, man? What's going on? Glad you can make it. Maz is in the house. Glad you can make it. King David, I mentioned comment, but thank you for popping in. And that's all I had to say about that, man. Really and truly, when I wanted to do this, I was more passionate about it 2 weeks ago, and I didn't do it. I bit my tongue. But it's one of those things where something just on your chest, bro, and you just got to get it out. Well, I just had to get it out, man. That's it. That's all.
That's the whole show, yo. That's what the show's about. Getting that shit off your
And,
chest.
and to be honest with you, like we got into topics, we got into this, but the real thing was to get shit that bothered us off of our chest. That's what we did the show, right? So I was getting something that bothered me off of my chest. This is all I'm saying. And like I will tell this now to anybody that's in the chat. If anybody feels that I've been a hypocrite or I said some shit behind their back that I wouldn't say to their face, you can come on the show right now. I'll send you the fucking link and you can tell me what I did wrong or where I did this wrong. And I can guarantee you, if I said it, I will admit it, hands down. But I will not say anything to nobody or behind anybody's back that I won't be able to say to their face. I'm 47 years old. I'm not scared to tell people the way it is. I'm going to be honest with you, right? Straight up. And I ain't calling out my boy Danny, but like I've seen a few times where it was like he didn't look like he wanted to be on the show. And I was like, Danny, is everything okay? And Danny explained to me he was sick, right? And I said, okay, because it looked to me like he didn't want to be on the show, right? So if I feel like something is wrong, I'm going to say it, you know what I mean? And that's just the way I am. And I hope people would do the same to me. I'm not going to fucking get angry.
Yeah. I don't mean to cut you. If anything, we'll change
I sent it, Danny.
We'll change the title from the O.O.C to the Sensi Show, and all the Sensi bitches can come up in here. We'll bring boxes of Kleenex every Wednesday. Come on here.
Right.
Ooh, this guy was mean to me. This girl was mean to me. We'll listen to you. And then we'll just fucking wait for the next week to bring the next box of Kleenex. If that's the show you want to watch.
I sent it to you on Twitter, Danny. Check that out. That's exactly it, bro. You know what I mean? And like I've said many times, I'm not going to sit here and be fake with nobody. I cannot do it. And King David, just a little, that's why I don't have certain people on the show, because I think they've been a little bit fake and this and that. You know what I mean? And we didn't have the same goals for this show. My goal for this show is to get it to a situation or get it to a spot where I can have like hundreds of people watching or something like that. That's where I want to be. What up, Danny?
I got a bone to pick with Nzo right now because I beat him fair and square on Versus. Fair and square. And he is talking about I cheated. I did not cheat you, sir.
Okay, that's fine. Not a problem. But I said about being a hypocrite and saying some shit behind people's back. That's something I believe. I believe you cheated on me, bro. I believe you cheated with cheated.
I ain't cheat, bro. I got wiser. I got wiser.
Now you did what you had to do to win that. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that. It was fun. And I think I'm gonna have you going up against maybe like Yello or something in the next one because it was the winner that moves on. So I'll have to take it like that. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, Danny, like I said, and I can ask you this since you're on here. Have I ever been that type of a hypocrite where I said something behind someone's back that I wouldn't?
I'm gonna tell you the first time, man, because I know there was a time, man, I used to get pissed off and I just fly off the handle and click off the show or whatever. And you came to me, you said, "Hey, man, that ain't cool. How you do that?" So I don't do it. I didn't do it no more. And then that night you did ask me about I feel like you want to be on the show. I think you and I know each other enough now. If I don't want to fuck with somebody, I don't go on their show. Just that time that sometime with my diabetes, sometimes it can hit me. And man, I felt good when I first came on. Then I was like, oh, I don't feel too good. Then the other shit that we talk about with that kind of had me aggravated too. But nah, bro. One thing about this, I got a small circle. I don't fuck with nobody who I don't want to fuck with. So I stream with you, Roberto, and I always constantly be asking about Diesel, man. I really enjoy streaming with him on there. I hope you come back. And everybody that you brought to me from that's up there in Canada has always been straight up fellas, man. So I got nothing but good things to say about y'all.
Respect.
So I have no issues, man. And you and I talk, you know, one of them I don't mess with them. I just don't mess with. So.
But absolutely, you know what I mean. And that's what I'm saying. So Danny is living proof, right? Like I will come to you and tell you, like and
also we don't always agree, because there was one
right.
thing we didn't agree about, but it didn't hinder our friendship. So
Facts, 100%. And that's the thing. We're not always going to agree on certain things, right? But I've never told Danny, or I've never said to Danny, hey, Danny, you know, I ain't fucking with this person, so you can't do it. Or I'm not going to mess with you for that. I've never said that to you. Right?
You haven't.
Is a
You just
grown
said I'm not going to do it, but
right.
if you want to do it, and the same thing. People that some of the people that Anzo stream with, I like some of them. I don't. So I just say, hey, if he want to do it, I don't care. As long as he come on the show Mondays and Wednesdays and Tuesdays, I don't care what he do. And he
Absolutely.
don't care what I do. I mean, so that's how it is. I can't fight nobody else war. If you mad with somebody else, I ain't mad with them, I can't be mad with them because you mad.
Facts.
So,
Facts.
100%. If they do something to me, that's a horse of a different color. But it is what it is. Everybody ain't built the same. So
that is correct.
Like I said, that's some elementary shit, not even high school shit.
That's one thing I'm saying, and that's the one thing when I get on here, I'm like, I cannot believe. Remember, Danny, when I was like, yo, I'm not doing YouTube anymore. When I came to you and I was like, I'm not doing YouTube anymore because I seen some kid shit going on, and I was like, I cannot believe this is the shit that's going on YouTube. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, that time was aggravating because we both wanted to quit. I'm like, man, I ain't doing this shit. But shit, at the end of the day, I do it for recreation. I get to meet different people. Anzo does recreation and he wants to get a certain level. I think he's going to get there.
Appreciate that.
But everybody do it for their own reasons, man. So I mean, I try to treat people like they treat me, but sometime in life, you ain't always going to jail. So you can't dwell on that and be like, oh, I don't like Roberto, but I want to go in there because no. I'm sorry, Roberto. I don't like you, so I'm not going to stream with you. Have a good life. I mean, ain't no bad. You ain't gonna. You're not gonna like everybody all the time. So
it's exactly how I feel about it, bro. Like I said, there's certain people I won't like, certain people I won't stream with, and that's fine. But if you like them,
one thing everybody should like is these.
They are
damn delicious.
I swear to God, this guy brings up these fucking gingerbread. Yes, these gingerbread Oreos all the fucking time, right? I ordered some off of Amazon, Roberto, right?
What?
Yeah, hold on. I ain't getting them until November 19th to December 19th. It's going to take me like 2 months to get these cookies. And it's this guy that does that to me.
Well, you don't have Danny send them up to you. Probably get it quicker.
Yeah.
I paid on $40.
Yeah, it's going to cost.
That's my boy. That's my boy. I ain't paying no $40 for this bitch.
Yeah, I think I'll go some t-shirts. Man, that cost me like $50. You know, I don't think he never wear them on damn air.
I still wear the t-shirts.
I know he'll eat the cookie on there.
Oh, damn, Skippy.
So Walmart got 16 different flavors of Oreos. I sent them yesterday. 16 different flavors. That's ridiculous.
All on one show?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why America's so fat. That's why.
For real. Yeah, like
turn down 16 different flavors of Oreo.
They had like these triple stuffed Oreo cookies, bro. Like this fucking thing in the middle was huge.
Mega stuff.
Too sweet for me. I couldn't fuck with those ones.
They got the donut Oreos. I ain't never seen that apple cider donut.
I watched that fucking shit about food, man, and I can't believe how diabetes has gone up like 300%. I'm like, what?
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're going to get into the topic at hand right now. And if you guys know, you've seen a video. It was this dude where he was talking about like I could be a predator like R.Kelly and stuff like that. And the video got me a few views on it, like 1,000 views on it. People were commenting on it and stuff like that. But what happened? What's up, Business? How you doing, man? What happened is he was actually on a show to talk about it. So we're just it's an hour show. It's going to be really long. So we're not going to go through the whole thing. We're just going to go through a few of it so that you guys can see it and understand what's going on, and so I can basically debunk some of the shit that he said, because there's something on here he says where he's like, oh, I never did a 16-year-old, but I'm like, yes, you did. In the video, you said one was 17 and one was 16. So let's check this.
Left?
Yeah, with the glasses over the dark shades right here.
Already shady.
Corporate citizen. The corporate. Yeah, exactly. All right. So let's listen to what he has to say, and we'll discuss it for a bit.
I want us to talk to see kind of what happened and kind of where we are, and to clear up a lot of misunderstanding. I know I saw a lot of people talking about, oh, Glendon's having sex with 15-year-olds, right? And to be fair, that is not what you said, Glendon, in the videos.
He didn't say 15.
Thank you for saying that, because I've been seeing that quite a bit.
He said 16 and 17.
I've been seeing that extrapolation. And also, I want to say, I love your content, and I thank you for sending me this invite, because I've been seeing all kinds of crazy stuff. And I want to go ahead and clarify why there are so many people rocking with me, because people are mad at the folks who are supporting me.
Yes.
I don't know when you joined YouTube, but years ago, I had 3 male channels called Disruptive Male, where I was talking about male content and these type of explicit stuff. And a lot of people loved them. And then, I got a little carried away, and I was like, you know what? I'm not actually giving the guys the stuff that they need. So I deleted the channel. So there are people who are very familiar with me in the manosphere, and this is why Alan Roger Curry, this is why Edward Anderson, this is why people are rocking with me, because I put this content out for years, and this never was part of it. This was a part of a strategy, which many people will disagree with me, I think is working very fine, to launch the new male channel, The Lost Kings, because I want to separate myself from other male content creators.
Channel I've been trying to get taken down.
Right, so let me, not to interrupt you, but so you're saying that the video that you put out first in your car, that was part of a strategy to launch your channel?
Yes, it's a month old. Okay. And part of this is like, one of the big things is with YouTube, stock and all works. And actually, I am really surprised that the blowback wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be worse, to be honest with you, and it really wasn't. And people have been saying all kinds of stuff like my age, and this stuff happened like 20 years ago. This is what's funny. People act like I was at some high school with lollipops and soda pops seducing young girls, and that wasn't the case at all. But these things did happen, but the ages, because like, I don't know if you got that thing I sent you earlier. I don't know if you had a chance to look at it, because I don't know if you were in your show, but I used to do something called.
Let me pause this for a second. So he said,
say that.
Right. Exactly, Danny. And he also said that this stuff, hey, G Major sent a $2 super chat. He said, what the fuck, really? Yeah, right. So he said this stuff happened like, what, 20 years ago? He looks like he's 55. Someone said he was 55 or in his 50s. So he was still in his 30s when he's fucking a 16 and 17-year-old girl. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about that.
But I knew he was going to say he's trying to play the algorithm, and he was trying to
take care of Film Elitus. Go ahead, Danny.
When you and I was talking, I said, I bet you he was going to try and say he's playing the algorithm, or he's trying to get his thing off ground and stuff, because all that shocking shit. I mean, did that thing get over 80,000 views?
Yep. And he talks about that too. He'll say something about he thought it would have got a lot more or something like that.
And I'll explain out all that. I used to have a business called the Upscale Garage Sale, and I used to use Craigslist for advertising. And I noticed I would have NBA players. I had really hot chicks coming in from my Craigslist ads. And at the time, Craigslist had a section called a Craigslist dating section. And I started writing content for these ads. And in the beginning, it was horrible because I wasn't getting any results. But I stuck with it, and I kind of tapped into something. And I would get response.
I'll be right back, Lee.
From
I'm sorry. Go ahead, keep going. I'll be right back.
I would get responses from high school girls every day. And this is the thing, and this is what's funny. 99.9% of them I ignored because, you know, the average high school girl looks like a high school girl. A lot of them are not developed. A lot of them don't look like women. So I had no interest in them.
Let me just jump in right quick. What was the text of these ads? What did they say?
This is when, if you know, because you said I'm into some wild shit. This is with the BDSM.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I kind of toyed around with the content marketing. And what I found was long form ads worked really, really well. And it was just talking about what I would do, what was on the table, the activities. I'm not going to get explicit on your show, but I spelled out in detail what I would do and what I would not do. And a lot of women started responding, like 10, 15 a day, 7 days a week. And part of that
was okay. So was this these were ads for sexual activity? Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
And was compensation included, or why would women respond to a ad, just a random ad?
Great question. Great question. What I tapped into was the female submission story. There was no competition. There was no compensation. There was no dating. They would strictly just show up in my place and have sex. And this went on for about 10 years. I start tamping it down. Let's say 15 years, but 10 years hard. And then 15 years, I kind of backed away from a lot of that stuff. But
get into the juicy stuff.
That was the gist of it. I mean, it literally changed my life. And I thought the launching of the Lost Kings, because, you know, I started making content about a month ago, and I was like, I have been the target of so many YouTube hate campaigns, and none of them been anything that I've done. And I was like,
I was one of them.
I'm going to throw some raw meat out there for the dogs, because I've seen, you know, like I've been reading the comments and stuff, and, you know, people want me buried under the jail, and people want me, you know, and I think you did a real good job saying that ain't nothing going to happen to me, because number one, this isn't current activity. And number two, when it was happening, it was never illegal. I never had sex with a 15-year-old girl. I never even had sex with a 16-year-old girl. But
let me pause.
I know
that right there is where at least he's lying. One of the places.
Didn't he say that the mama let him sleep with both her daughters? And
17 and 16 years old. Those are the numbers he said. So right now he's saying he never slept with a 16-year-old, but he did not say that in the video. In the video, he said it was a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old. Now, the 15-year-old, he never said any.
No.
I think the first girl was 15, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go back and watch. I'm not sure. But
yeah, when he asked her, and she was like, yeah, I think she was 15 or 16.
No, she was 17, because she said she's going to be 18 in a few months. Right. So she was 17. Okay, but even still, you know what I mean? Still young girls, whatever. And you and
I'm
your
not
30s.
justifying it, but isn't it? I remember we were talking a while back about that. In some states, it's 16-year-olds. Some states it's 17 years old.
South Carolina is 16 here.
Where he was, is that the case?
I don't know what state he's in. He never says.
Yeah, he never says. Okay. So I don't
not that I'm trying to justify it or none. I don't understand that, but the law is the law, right?
No, I agree with you. But there's sometimes in the videos where he's talking about, well, I didn't get caught because I didn't do it like R.Kelly. Yeah. So I'm like, well, then maybe it's not legal for you to be doing what you're doing if you're worried about getting caught. You know what I mean?
But he stepped on his toes already when he said the girls didn't look, you know, the girls weren't bringing nothing. They looked like little girls. They didn't have any features. Mm-hmm. So if they had the features, you'd be all over them like he was a creature.
Right.
You see that? Right. All those are subliminal, right?
Exactly.
Everybody's looking for the main punchline, but listen to all the little mess ups he's making while he's trying to put credentials on his shit.
100%. I agree with that.
I'd choke him out in a fucking second, yo.
You know?
I swear to God.
I know you would. If you seen this dude, he did a video and he was talking about your daughters, Roberto. Roberto would be we would be doing the O.O.C. from Roberto's
I'd be
channel.
asking Danny some favors, boy. Can you tell me where this guy is? Can you tell me where this guy is? I don't care if I come
That
back.
video is
Just
hard to
video
watch
this.
if you're a
Video
father
this.
or a female.
If you have daughters, yes, it is hard to watch, Danny.
It's very hard.
100%. And I know Roberto tried to watch it and he was like, probably couldn't get through because
It was very hard. It was very hard.
Yeah.
Because the fact that he tried to play the victim like he didn't know. And like you said, you know, when I was growing up, I had young girls lying to me. And some of them are, you know, some of them young girls have women bodies, but you just got to talk to them, you know, and you'll realize, shit, they're not up here with us.
Facts.
You know, he found out and bragged about going back to hit it multiple times after. So what could you say after that?
And talking about, oh, you don't know how good it is when you're in a pussy that has never been in before. And I'm like, really, bro? Like, this is why I say, like, even though now he's saying that he did it for the algorithm and all that stuff, I was like, bro, you did that shit. Stop fucking capping. You 100% did
wrong
that
topic
shit.
to be touching that, man. That's rape, man.
Facts.
Y'all may disagree with me, but I feel that the social media experiment worked really well. And
the social
I'm
media
more and more
experiment.
subscribers. I'm having all kind of content creators making crazy videos. Some people can't even pronounce my name. It's wild. And I feel that this is probably going to die down because I was thinking this is going to go on to the end of October, but I don't think it's going to go on that long. I don't really think it's going to go on that long.
What's the experiment part?
Yeah, Anton, why don't you give us kind of your initial view on this, your initial take?
I will answer the experiment was the actual video. YouTubers are known for faking stuff and putting out stuff that isn't real. This has been YouTube since YouTube started. So I went ahead and I put up a video that was talking about some very saucy stuff, and it started performing, and then I feel that your video helped propel it. The video isn't going to go viral. I already can tell that. It's at like 5,400 views. And part of it is to set the brand and to build a community the way that I want to build a community. I don't want weak, let me say it. I want people who will be committed to personal change. And if I can put up a video like that and I can get subscribers, I'm getting the right kind of subscribers. I'm getting the right kind of people that I want.
You see what I'm saying, bro?
About a day after.
Predator.
What kind of fucking people are you looking for by putting up a video like that?
Predator.
Hands down.
That's his bait.
Hands down. Like, what kind of people are you looking for, bro?
This lead attorney, is he a real attorney?
Yeah. Supposedly a divorce attorney for like 20 years.
Who's this Anton Daniels?
This guy has something to do, I guess, with making a video on this guy. There's something where he was tagging him in his videos or something like that.
He's saying he made him famous, no?
Well, something like that.
He looked disgusted.
He is.
You don't see him shaking his head the whole time?
Yeah, he is. He is disgusted. Like he's one of the guys like me that I guess did a video on him and like you're trash and shit like that. I don't know where the beef between these two came into, but I think they get into it a little bit more later on.
I put it up. I was like, Anton's going to make a live stream.
Look at him, man. It's like he's fucking bloated.
You sure did.
I knew that. So you capping so hard. You capping so hard, bro. You did not play chess and thinking that I was going to make a video of you. All right, Lee. So this is really what's going on. Okay. You know, and I'm glad that he right here because you know me, I like to say stuff straight to people's face. The thing that really happened was he was clout chasing, number one, right? He been clout chasing since the very, very beginning of me even noticing who he is. He's tagging me in videos.
I tagged you in one video. I tagged you in one video.
He's tagging me in videos. He's reaching out or whatever because I'm hot. I'm hotter than fish grease, and it just is what it is, and everybody know I'm hot, right? So he's tagging me in videos.
I did not reach out.
I didn't interrupt you at one time.
Yeah,
I didn't interrupt you one time.
Yeah,
I want to reach through the screen and just grab that ugly stupid. I ain't interrupting one time, bro.
You're right that you didn't interrupt him. So he didn't interrupt you, Glendon. So let him talk. And then you can. I'm going to give you a chance to respond, of course, right? But yeah, go ahead, Anton.
So he's tagging me in videos. I don't even know who this guy is, not even a little bit. Right? I don't even know how he know me. I've been on YouTube for over 8 years. Apparently, he's been on for even longer. Cool, whatever. He in his section, I'm in my section, right? So he tagging me in videos. So as usual, when people tag me in videos, I go and see what it is that they're talking about. I don't disagree with what he's saying from a business perspective, right? He doing reactions. Cool. I don't care. We all content creators. We all rock out. It is what it is, right? So then I do some research, and I don't necessarily agree with the way in which he go about living his life, but I didn't see anything crazy. And so my thing was I made a reaction video actually bigging him up, saying that, yo, I actually agree with him from a business perspective, and I don't argue with millionaires, right? He's a millionaire. I take his word for it, whatever. And I didn't do extensive research, but clearly he knows business, right? I'm objective in that. I'm able to separate the person from the content. You know what I'm saying? The sin from the sinner, whatever, figuratively speaking. So I'm like, okay, cool. He dope. You know what I'm saying? He knows what he's talking about from a business perspective. I actually align with some of the things that he's saying. It is what it is, right? And I said, okay, so I'm gonna reach out to this guy because he had actually did some more reaction, or he mentioned me in some other stuff. He replied to the video where I got my corporate executive position and all of that other type of stuff, right? And so I said, okay, well, I'm gonna reach out to him. But something just kept coming up every single time I went to go reach out to him. So, and this is the God's honest truth. So I'm praying, 2 days ago, something like that. I get up, I tell people what my routine is. I get up, I pray, meditate, talk to God, whatever, so on and so forth. And I go to reach out to him, and I look in my inbox, and I see a thing with a message that says Glendon Cameron at the top of it. And so I'm like, this must be a representative of his or whatever, but I was just going to reach out to him this morning. And so they sent me the video, and so I could go and check out the video, and I see it. And so the thing about it that I'm trying to make sense in my mind is, how is it a social media experiment when you in the second video, first of all, it's coming out of your mouth. One of the things that he said in his reaction video is, if I was Anton, or what Anton should have did was reach out to me and say, is it true? It's coming out of your mouth. If it was somebody that was accusing you of it, or it was an allegation, that's one thing. But if you're the one that's saying it and admitting to it and championing it and going to it in great detail, why wouldn't I assume that you're telling the truth?
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So that's A. B, why would I even want to clout chase like that? Why would I want that type of attention? With great power comes great responsibility. And if we're supposed to use our platform to empower people, because one of the things and one of the reasons why I was reaching out to him to rock with him is because he was actually helping people from a business perspective. And that's who I align with. If I'm reaching out because you actually pouring into people, right? And he's watched my video. He knows that I rock with character, that I don't do business with everybody. I've always said that I only rock with people based off of I only do business with people based off of having good character along with it.
Yeah.
I've question and you're trying to find an
guy.
answer. And so, you run an experiment on gravity, let's say, but once you figure out how gravity works, you kind of move on. None of us need to run experiments on, if you drop a tennis ball, is it going to hit the ground? And so what was weird to me is that you were saying, on the one hand, that you were running experiments to kind of see what would happen. But it seems to me that the knowledge was already there. Now, let's just kind of break it down. You can say, well, I'm running experiments on one of two things, or maybe both. I'm running an experiment on how Anton will react, and I'm running an experiment on what will happen with the algorithm.
Get to it.
All right.
But let me just finish, and I want you to I want to hear your response. If you're running an experiment on how Anton will react, To me, that doesn't make sense at all, because everyone knows that based on your first video, Anton's going to flip, right? If you run an experiment on how the lead attorney is going to react, that's a question, right? Or if you run an experiment on how, you know, Edward Anderson is going to react, that's a question. But everyone knows from the stance that Anton takes regarding run that experiment, what your video.
Let's go.
Elevated that video. He's going to do a reaction video. Okay, no, I understand. First of all, I did not run an experiment on Anton. That was just like after I dropped the video, I was like, because I was seeing how the moves Anton was making, I was like, he's going to do a reaction video on that. And there was no experiment with Anton.
Okay.
You know, that was just part of the mix. And actually, Anton's video elevated that video. And also, this whole thing is like, YouTube is really, really crazy. You can put out a video and you can have an assumption how it's going to perform. But until you put that video out, you don't know how it's going to perform. And like I said, I've had people do 4-hour live streams about me, talking about me. And I was like, you know, I'm going to try something a little risque. I'm going to put it out there and I'm going to see. And the first few days, it really was nothing. I said, okay, this is going to die. And then it started. Anton did his video, and then a whole bunch of other people did their videos. And the video is not going to go viral. It's not going to happen. And so I would consider it a static experiment. It's not like super successful because honestly, I thought there was going to be more blowback. I thought there was going to be more anger. I thought there was going to be more people with pitchforks coming after me. And actually, I feel that this is pretty much going to die out by next Friday because that's where it's true.
So right there and there is making it seem like he did this video to get the clout, like he's saying, to get people angry. But why do you want to? Why do you want that kind of publicity on yourself?
Is he trying to do like the rapper shit, like I shot somebody to get famous?
I guess so, bro.
This is the new way to get famous. Saying that you sleep with 16 and 17-year-olds. I think that's a new way to get dead.
For real. Are you gonna say, Danny?
I think it's kind of like that question we discussed on Wu-Tang Clan, where they said that old boy shot up other guys, the other member of Wu-Tang's house.
Yeah,
it wasn't real, but you're trying to play the algorithm. I think he's trying to play the algorithm because calling me and you out. There was a certain group we went after one time. We thought would generate some heat and views.
Right.
So I mean, when I first saw this, I said this guy can't be this stupid. So let's just say hypothetically he isn't this stupid. Would I have done that to try to get views and stuff? No. Would any of us on this panel would do it? No. But some people,
stupid people out there,
trying to get to that next level.
I agree with you 100%. And even when I did my video, I was like, yo, this guy could be lying. I said he could be lying. He could be just trying to fucking rile up people on YouTube, you know what I mean? And get subs on his channel, you know what I mean?
Rolled you up.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Because he did it at the right time now. He did it when I told you R.Kelly was hot.
Right.
R.Kelly was hot, then his video came out. So it's corresponding with the experiment explanation. So I don't know.
And I kind of agree with you too there, right? Because it happened right after R.Kelly got convicted. He did the video, and then he started talking about, hey, I'm just like R.Kelly. I could have been a predator too. It's just, to me,
he's trying to get some of that heat, bro.
I agree. But his story sounded like, you know, when you're making up a story, it's like, okay, I'm making this up, blah, blah. But it was just like, boom, boom, coming to him like this, like he really experienced it. That's the thing I'm saying. Maybe he fabricated on the girl's age. Maybe he did that, right? Maybe that experience did happen, but maybe the girls were 20, 22, 23, or whatever, you know?
Yeah,
so
if you see he did all that and the women are legal age, he's not going to have that same kind of shit effect if you say. So I don't know.
Right.
And then Anton is saying that he kind of agreed with his business model. So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of confusing.
It's weird, man.
Friendly.
Like Things people do for clout.
That was one experiment, because one of the things I wanted to do with this new male content is just separate myself from everyone else, because there's a lot of male content channels out there. And I learned my lesson.
Let me just, not to interrupt you, but just to be clear, you're saying that you didn't know what would happen if you released a video as sensational as the video that you released. You've been on YouTube 12 years, but you're saying you didn't know what would happen.
Right.
You didn't know if you would get more views?
Yeah, because like I said, I put out videos that shocked me that did 100,000 views. And once again, like I said, my hopes was it would be more inflammatory, and it wasn't. So that's what I mean, because I was hoping that, I knew it would be, once again, I'm not surprised by the blowback. I'm not surprised by the responses, but I felt that there would be even bigger blowback. I felt there would be even a larger response, and that didn't happen. So that's why I said I ran an experiment. Yes, I had a feeling that this
LGBTQ
would
you want a large response, yo.
It's polarizing. It's a very polarizing video. But I did not know to what extent it would go. And once again, it's not performing like I thought it would. And this is.
But why would you even want to do a video with me if you know who I am? If you know what I stand on, and you know what my morals and my character is, and you know how I move, why would you even be looking to do content with me in the first place?
Okay, first of all, I tagged you in one video. I did not reach out to you ever. I've not reached out to you ever. And also, that's a really good question, because you have a brand, and your brand is the antithesis of my brand. So there was not going to be any collaboration. I didn't reach out to you. I wasn't planning on reaching out to you.
So you've been capping in all of these videos up to this point. You literally kept saying, "Oh, you know what? I got to reach out to Anton. I think we're going to do something together." Because you've said that in multiple videos after you tagged me in the video.
I tagged you once, and yes, I did say that. And then later on, I changed my mind, and I stopped doing that.
Oh my God, bro. Seriously, Glendon. Hold on, Lee. Seriously, Glendon. I mean, are we gonna be real? You know what I'm saying? Are we gonna be 100? You're not gonna say you was looking for clout, because in that video that you tagged me, you didn't just tag me. You tagged the lead attorney. You tagged a whole bunch of people. You was clout chasing. You was looking for more visibility from people that was hot at the time, and you was reaching.
Once again, I did tag you. I did tag the elite attorney. I tagged a few other people, and I was like, this ain't really working, and I stopped doing it. Have I tagged you in the video recently? No, I haven't.
Now, let me ask
you. Just did a whole reaction video on me.
Because you did a video about me.
No. Not on this one. When I got the corporate executive position, you did a whole reaction video on me. The whole video was about me. What are you talking about?
That is true.
I did that video. And once again, my feelings changed.
Ridiculous.
Seriously,
you know
seriously. I mean? Do you see why I say I have to pick and choose who I do business with, bro? Because it ain't even just about whether or not we ain't even got to the thick of this, right? Because it was some bad stuff in that video. We ain't even got to the thick of it on the real. Yeah, but do you see why I say I have to vet people? Because he's not even being honest in his clout chasing.
1,000 subscribers. That's hard to get. It comes to business, and I can hear it. Now, you say stuff that I don't know all the time in your videos. Now, I'm not a businessman, right? But when I listen to your content, when I listen to Anton's content, I really learn. Also, you know, I could easily look up to you as a content creator because you have 100,000 subscribers. That's hard to get, and you might not know, but I'm trying to follow in the footsteps of our boy, O.O.C. Duke Jackson. You know, we all rock with O.O.C., right? Yeah. And O.O.C. put me on, and he set an example for me of helping other people come up. And so I've started, you know, helping other people with their YouTube channels. Do you think this is the best way to grow a channel? Like, why would you choose this way to launch your channel, to do such a polarizing way involving children? Well, why do you think that was a good way for all the young? We have a lot of young content creators in the chat who look up to both of you. Both of y'all are extremely strong YouTubers. Why is it this way?
I never heard of this guy before.
Children and
the corporate
kids.
citizen. Let me check that name, because the Lost Kings only has 1,006.
You are relatively new to YouTube and you haven't seen the old content. This isn't a radical departure from my older content. The only thing that was different was I dropped ages, and I've never done that before. I put out that type of content on YouTube for 10 years. So this isn't a radical departure from what I'm doing. I just threw a little extra wrinkle in it.
Yeah, I guess I'm not asking. You're saying this isn't any change from what I've done in the past, and I'm not saying that it's.
My
I'm
wife
not saying that it's,
like that, yo.
it's
What
not
is
a
he, 5
change. I'm
years
not
old?
talking about change at all. I'm talking about
You don't see him?
do it.
Get a
Like,
Kleenex,
why
man.
launch a channel involving polarizing issue with children?
I just chose that topic. I just chose it, and we will see about 6 months from now. Was it really a bad decision or was it a good decision? So we will see. And
how do you determine what's bad or good?
How the channel
is it? So you only care about the numbers. You literally only care about the channel numbers, the money, whatever. The only thing that's that you determine whether it was bad or good. What about the impact? What about the fact you literally just gave a blueprint to predators? You gave the predator blueprint. Yo, if they got good parents, you want to stay away from
facts.
Them. All of this other stuff that you said, none of that matters.
That wasn't a predator blueprint. That wasn't a predator blueprint.
What was it?
Because one of the things that I was doing, and like I said,
shut the fuck
we will see in the future. Will this have a deep impact? And that's a good point that you made about impact, because Disruptive Mail had a serious impact, and I want to duplicate that with this new channel, but I want to separate myself from the other content creators, because you think, once again, you think that's bad, and that's your opinion. I'm not going to have any truck with that. But once again, I have built, because Disruptive Mail was doing really well, and then I started to get a lot of hate. A lot of hate. And then I realized that I had built the channel incorrectly. And what I mean by that is, and this is something that both, and I'm not going to worry about it, but one of the things that
I did get it. It was very long, so I didn't get a chance to read it.
Yeah. A girl in high school sent me that. And one of the big things that happened in that video was the lack of assignment of culpability to people for making decisions. And once again, I know y'all going to disagree with me, and I'm going to say it anyway. All 16, 17, and 18-year-olds are not the same. There are some that are very childish.
See, here we go again.
Still immature. And there are some who are damn near predators. And one of the things...
The children are predators?
That's what he said.
Yes, some of them are.
But you said that you wouldn't...
So wait. How the hell is a 16-year-old and a 17-year-old a predator?
I think he used the same choice of words, but some 17-year-olds are sexually active and promiscuous.
That I agree.
I just think he's using the wrong word to describe.
Okay, I guess I can agree with that if he's using the wrong words, but he's definitely sounds like he's calling these young girls a predator when he actually sounds like the predator to me. You know what I mean? So he better
in some cases, I think he should say gold diggers looking for something, because
that would make more sense, right? If you said that.
Consider your behavior or R.Kelly's behavior predator behavior.
Well, if you look at the title of the video, I could have been a predator.
I looked at what you said. You said that you would not consider that predator behavior.
I'm talking. I could have been a predator, and I will give you the...
You are a predator. What do you mean you could have been?
Yeah, I had girls in high school sending me dirty, explicit pictures, all this other stuff, and I would just delete them.
Let's talk about this for a second.
I could have easily been a predator if that was my orientation.
Let's talk about this for a second, because you mentioned that there was 15 in your first video. You mentioned that, and you changed it in the second video. So I'm going to get there. But in the first video, you said that there was a 15-year-old.
There's a whole bunch of videos.
You said, quote, we were just talking and stuff. I just talked to her. She'd send me dirty pictures. She was running, 100 miles an hour, right? Then in the second video, you said, well, because now I think we can all agree that's a crime. In Georgia, guys, that's actually a crime.
I actually never met her. I never met her. I never chatted. I mean, we talked because I didn't know she was 15 until a little later, and that was one of the issues.
Yeah.
So
let me just jump in. What I'm telling you is, if you're talking and getting nudes from a 15-year-old, that is a crime in Georgia. That's the sexual exploitation of children.
Yes,
and
it is.
It's a felony grade crime, and it goes from 5 to 20.
Tell him.
Right, 5 years to 20 years.
And once I found out she was 15, I stopped talking to her and I deleted the pictures.
Gotcha. All right, but still, even if you don't know,
I know. A lot of men have gotten caught up because they were talking to a girl, they didn't know how old she was, and the law don't care. The law doesn't care.
So let me ask you this: does anybody believe that he really deleted those pictures?
The way that I understand it is, if the individual sends you the pictures and you delete them and you don't go any further, then you won't get in trouble. But if you send those pictures to the third party, then that's when you get charged with it.
Gotcha.
You can't stop somebody from sending you those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody decide and you talking to them and you thinking they of age, they send you the pictures, then you find out. Now, if you send those pictures to another party, then your ass in trouble because it's called disseminating.
Right.
You get it and you stop it right there, and because they can pull those phones ready to see. Hey, she sent them to me. I found she was 15. I didn't send them nowhere else. I stopped, delete them. You won't get charged. But if you start sending, hey Roberto, look what I got. Hey Nzo, yeah. If you or Roberto sending somebody else, guess what?
We're in trouble too.
That's right.
Right.
I feel like Anton right now.
But my question is, do you think he deleted those pictures though?
Probably not.
I don't think he deleted them. I don't think he did. I think he still has the picture somewhere. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's been so many years, change phones or whatever, and he don't have them anymore. But I can guarantee you, he did not delete the fucking pictures.
He a fool if he kept them phones. They'd be in the nearest river if I was.
Facts. And this is coming from an officer of the law, guys. So take heed to what Danny is saying.
That shit. That's a sick puppy.
And I was like, "You're 15." She says, "But I'll be 16, I think, in May." And I was like, "That doesn't matter. You're 15 now. I can't keep talking to you." And I
wait. Now I'm confused because you're saying, well, when you found out she was 15, then you deleted the pictures and you stopped talking to her.
Right.
But you said in the second video that she actually wasn't 15. You said that she was 16 and you just lowered the number to make it more polarizing.
Well, I lowered the numbers of the girls and her mother, and not that one, because there were many girls, so not that one in particular. But this happened all of the time. I would be talking to a girl and I would find out how old she was.
That's why I told you that's me.
And it was the policy. I would just go ahead, block their email, delete their pictures, and keep it moving. This happened a lot.
You said 10 years.
So the 15-year-old that you talked about in the first video, she actually was 15. But when you found out she was 15, then you stopped talking to her and deleted the videos?
Well, I didn't have videos, just pictures.
I'm sorry. You're exactly right. Deleted the pictures?
Yes.
Okay. How do you feel about that, Anton?
I think it's nasty. It's so nasty, man. And I think maybe it's, the ironic thing that I'm trying to figure out, because I say this regularly. I say I need to be the man that I would want my daughter to marry, right? I'm a reflection of the thing that I would want my daughter to marry. And I've heard Glendon admittedly say that he has a daughter. And so I'm so confused because TLA, one of the things that you said in this show was that, one of your blind spots or handicaps, so to speak, figuratively speaking, was that you don't have kids, right? So you don't understand what it means to truly love and be passionate about the sons are different. They rough and tumble. You want them to go through stuff or whatever, so on and so forth. I had a young man that I almost adopted. That was my nephew that lived with me. And I wanted to push him. I wanted to go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But daughters out of your own, that's yours. And then you can sit here and justify the idea that you You was sitting there in grave detail talking about it ain't nothing like going with a young girl and she's 17 and I did her about 15 times. And even after she told me she was 17, I kept doing it to her. But you was a lot more graphic and all of this stuff. You have a daughter, bro. That don't bother you? Like, even outside of the law, outside of what was, because slavery was once legal. That don't mean that it was right. We're talking about morals and ethics and character. That don't bother you, bro? Honestly, that you got a daughter?
My daughter and I have a very special relationship. And she kids me. She's like, hopefully you won't be dating someone my age. So my daughter knows who I am. She accepts that, and I accept her. And she makes her own decisions. She tells me she's a virgin. I have no other proof, so I believe it. But once again, I am not one of those men who will push and press my impressions upon my offspring. Because from my experiments, from Craigslist, I know kids will do a lot of different things. A lot of different things.
That's exactly what our role is as a father, to push our impressions on our kids. We want them to be better versions of us. That's what we're supposed to do. What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is, all right, I have some friends right now. They have a 16-year-old daughter. They're good people. She is wild as hell. And it isn't because she doesn't have good parents. Ooh. It is because of who she is. And this is something that a lot of people cannot, it's like, well, she had bad parents. She could have had the best parents in the world. And she just.
What was that, Donnie?
A little bit of truth to what he's saying now.
Oh, I agree. Sometimes you could be the best parent in the world and the kids are going to do whatever they want to do. Peer pressure. They get into the wrong crowd. You know what I mean? And they're going to do what they want to do. So there is some truth to that. Absolutely 100%. I agree with you on that one. I think
he twisted it to prove
his narrative.
Argument.
Yes.
Yeah, but there is some truth to what he's saying right now at this particular point.
Absolutely, 100%. And I've seen it. You know what I mean? Growing up, you know that some of them girls out there that didn't listen to their parents. And like I said, I know 16-year-old girls that were sleeping with fucking adults in our school. You know what I mean? So I know that's the shit that happens. I get it, right? But I'm talking about 16 and maybe like a 20-year-old that's still like in the last grade or high school or something like that, coming back to finish a course, something like that. I'm not talking about like a 30-year-old man. Well, there was one, so I hear, right? It was a teacher too as well, and I heard he fucked a few students in the school too, which if that's the case, that's fucking nasty, bro. That's nasty. But let's see what else he has to say.
Just turned out to be one of those kids. And there are many, many parents out there who have 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old children that they cannot control, they cannot instill, they can't put anything in them. And this is something a lot of people have a hard problem understanding, because everyone reaches an age where they understand what they're doing. And some people reach that age earlier. Some of these kids know exactly what they're doing. They're smoking, they're having sex.
But you just said it. You just said it, Glenn. You said they kids. Why would you, as a grown man, be interested in somebody whose brain isn't scientifically, and you know this for a fact, proven to be even developed until their 20s? Why would you take advantage of that as a man that not only is a grown man, you have power, you got resources, you got cars, you got all of this stuff that you know are enticing to children? You call them kids out of your own mouth. Why would you even consider that, bro? Why would you consider talking to a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old? Why would you be having conversations with somebody that looks like they're 15 years old?
First of all, now there was some of them who looked like they were 15, 10 years old. I didn't even talk to them. A lot of
because they look like it, right?
They didn't look
at the lawyer face.
And like
he smelled cheese.
You know why, Danny? Because he's a lawyer and he's thinking, what the fuck did this guy just say?
Incriminating himself bad.
He just said, oh, well, some of them didn't look like it, but if they did, you know what I mean? Hey, I could do it. Like, ridiculous.
When I sent the lead attorney, this came from a 16-year-old girl who looked like she was 20. All kids don't look the same. There are some kids who look like kids. They're 15. They're girls who are undeveloped.
But you're still describing them as kids, Glendon. You're calling them kids out of your own mouth.
In this conversation, I'm saying they're kids.
But then you had sex with them.
No, I did not have sex with any children.
Oh, so I'm sorry. At what age do you define a girl to not be
now
a
we're
kid
getting
anymore?
some juicy shit. Let's hear what he has to say.
That's a really interesting question.
Wow.
There could be someone who could be 18 who could still be a kid.
Yes.
Very much childish, very much immature.
Yes.
There could be someone who could be 16, like the one who was 17 that I was messing with. She had her own place, her own car, and a job. I did not know she was 17.
Glendon, you literally advised guys to stay. You said you found a 17-year-old out of your own mouth, word for word. You started doing research on her on social media. You noticed in some pictures that her parents were around and that she had a strong family.
That was a different girl.
It's a different girl. And she had a strong
I didn't mess with that
family
girl.
structure.
I didn't mess
But you
with that
said
girl.
that you knew she was 17 and you did research on her and you found out that she had a strong family structure because she was taking pictures with her parents. And that's one of the things that you decided that prompted you to leave her alone. That is predator. You're hunting.
Facts.
That is predator behavior, bro. That is literally the definition of
leaving her alone is a predator. I mean, I want you to
But
listen
you
to
only left her alone because she had a strong father and mother in the picture with her.
Dude, you don't know how predators operate, and that's a very strong word. Predators.
Why don't you talk to us a little bit? What's your definition of a predator?
Yeah, let's hear this. I was going to pause it, but let me hear this.
It does sound like when you're saying, "Hey guys, the ones that are close to their parents, those aren't the ones you want." When you say, "Oh, well, I was doing research on this girl, or I was doing research on that girl," it does kind of, to do research on a girl. It does sound a little bit predatorish, but
yes,
you have been steadfast in saying that that's not a predator. Kind of, how do you define a predator, and how do you identify a predator's moves?
Hold on, before we pause this, I'm glad Danny's here. Let's get Danny as a cop. Danny, give them the definition of a predator.
That's a predator right there, man. Anybody that goes after someone and has a meticulous and detailed plan and has certain indicators. This indicator in that movie, in that video, he said if there's a father in the picture or parents and she got a strong background, he just go ahead and don't worry with him. He said R.Kelly didn't do that. He tried to say R.Kelly is a predator because he had people in his crew to go out and actually get these individual girls. Mm-hmm. He didn't have that. He had to go out and hunt them himself. So whether somebody brings you the food or gives you permission to go get the food, somebody is hunting. They're hunting in your behalf, but he don't have the clout, the fame, the money, and notoriety that R.Kelly had. So he got to do the footwork, legwork himself. This guy is a predator.
Facts. And let me ask you a question, Danny. If you were let's say this guy was in North Carolina or whatever, and you saw that video, would that cause red flags for you on this guy? Your police force? Yeah.
If he was where I was at now, depending on what jurisdiction, I'm pretty sure our statewide jurisdiction is called SLED here in South Carolina, South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. And if they saw that, they probably would, if they can find
investigation,
out,
right?
They will definitely see if they can find something. Because I don't think there's no statute of limitation to a sexual crime in South Carolina.
Oh, really? So are you surprised that they're not investigating him now then?
But different states got different. I don't know.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know whatever state he's in. Sometimes the laws are different from state to state and a lot of stuff.
Gotcha. All right, so let's hear what he has to say about what's a predator.
Find a predator. I used to work at Scottish Rite, and I have seen some of those pictures you have seen of the forcible rape. I've seen that. We had this 8-year-old girl come in who was raped by her father. To me, that is predator behavior. Rape. They don't care. And also, we work with social work. Predators.
So if it's forcible.
No. Let me go with it.
Okay.
Forcible is actually worst case scenario. And when you hang out at schools, when you go to arcades, when you're looking for young girls, and this is the thing, I never did that. They came to me. That was
based off of an ad that you put out. You literally put the ad out. They didn't just see you walking down the street and you just turned them down. You took out an ad. What are you talking about?
I took out several ads.
Oh, that makes it greater. Jesus Christ.
Oh my God.
Bro,
All right, so
honestly, Glenn, man to man, just listen. You don't see anything that don't make sense in this conversation? Honestly.
Well, nothing in this conversation is going to make sense to you because of the way that you think.
No, I'm asking you personally. I know what makes sense to me. I'm asking you, do you, like, when you go to sleep at night and you think about the video that you put out, or forget the video, the behavior that do you go to bed with a clear conscience, like, you know what, everything is on the up and up, everything is good. None of this bothers you at all whatsoever.
I will say the person that I was 20 years ago, no, it doesn't bother me at all. And there's more, and there will be more stuff on that channel. But one of the things is I was having these experiences, and it wasn't like that many. It wasn't like 20, 30. It wasn't that many. I was in a different state of mind back then, and I was doing, as the elite attorney said, all kinds of shit. So I never forced anyone to do anything. I never took any advantage. I never lied to anyone. So yeah, my conscience is clear. I never forced myself on anyone, and I gave them options to leave, and they didn't leave. So no,
Glendon, you literally said.
Wait, hold on. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about the second.
Lead, I need a break, bro. Honestly, I need a break, bro.
Let's talk about the second incident where you were talking about you were kind of propositioned to be a bull, right? Which is a huge thing in Atlanta. I don't know if you guys, of course you know, Glendon, but a lot of the people in the chat that don't know, if you're a black guy and you're 6 foot, you could absolutely be hunted in Atlanta. And some nice white woman, 44 years old, will come up to you and say, hey, do you want to come over and get in the hot tub? And she's there with her husband, so you think it's all good. Go over to their house and see what happens, right? It will be a
whole community of that. There's
a whole community of poly in Atlanta.
Said he's in Georgia,
community of swingers.
He's in Atlanta.
Atlanta is for real,
crazy.
right? And so you talked about this one, and listen, it seems like between the consenting adults, there's no problem with it. Everybody go to town in Atlanta, fine.
But I've heard a lot.
You mentioned this one incident where.
Really?
You were interacting with a mother who had a 16 and 17-year-old.
Yes. And
the mother was sending you photos of the 16 and 17-year-old. And so you went over there, so you went over there and basically, the mother pulled out your penis and started sucking it, and then had the daughters suck it. And, a lot of people were like, damn, because even though the 16 and the 17-year-old are over 15, right? It's still a crime. Both you and the mother are committing crimes in that instance because the children are under 18, and they're not as harsh as the child exploitation crimes, but they're still children under the law. They're called minor children, and now. You kind of clarified this and you changed it in the second video, but we're going to talk about that. But in the first video, when you were saying that, you guys were all having sex in the same room, what hit me is, number one, the mother needs to be in jail. First of all, I can't imagine a mother taking your penis out of her mouth and then putting into her 16-year-old daughter's mouth. What? That's outrageous. And I've represented children who had some shitty mothers, and that is a shitty mother, number one. If she has sexual fantasies and pleasure, that's fine. She does not need to involve her kids. Number two, all the guys were like, where in the hell is the father, right? And I see so much where women are just given primary physical custody of these kids, and the fathers only get to see their kids every other weekend. And I'm, again, as Anton said, as Blind Guy, his wife, their life said, I'm not a father, but I cannot imagine if I fought to get 50-50 custody and that judge denied me and said, no, this is the mother. and then that mother has my 16-year-old and 17-year-old sucking random dick. Oh, I mean, as a non-father, I can't imagine.
He didn't
right?
break the law.
But then you went on in that first video to talk about how the 16 and 17-year-old, they were virgins.
What were you saying, Danny?
He didn't break the law. Legal age of consent in Georgia is 16.
Is it?
Yep, I just looked it up.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's see what they have to say.
What are all these legal
and
charges?
how the 16-year-old was saying.
What's that?
He's talking about all these legal charges.
Yeah, and he said it was illegal too. So maybe he's not talking about Georgia. I don't know.
I said it said right here in Georgia, the age of consent is 16 years old. Therefore, a 16-year-old is a consenting adult in the eyes of Georgia law and can engage in sexual activity.
Okay, so if he had a 16-year-old, then
saying that it hurt.
Still nasty,
like,
but
it hurt.
It
And
is
the mom
nasty
was
as
like,
hell,
"Oh, you know, we're gonna open up that."
He didn't break any laws.
A crazy story. Now,
It
in the
is a
second
crazy
video,
story.
to be fair, in the second video, you said, "Well, actually, they weren't 16 and 17, both of which are crimes, right? And not only for you, but also for the mom. But they were 18 and 19, which takes them out of the minor child category. So now it's all game, right? But you know, I want to ask you as a man, because I typically review celebrities who make really risky decisions, sometimes bad decisions. To be a man of your stature and to have so much, to go to a random house where you don't know what the hell is going on. You don't know if anybody's waiting in the closet for you. You don't know if these white women are going to scream rape. You know, how is it that a man of your stature can participate in such risky behavior?
Well, first of all, that's not something I would do today. So I do get your point. I would not do that today. 20 years ago, it was a different time.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, nothing ever happened for me doing these escapades. Nothing ever happened. But thinking about it, it could have, because I did this. I would show up at their house and things went well for me, but they could have been bad. I feel like I have a guardian angel because I did a lot of stuff. Like 20 years ago, I was a different person than I am today. And like today, I have so much to lose. I would never do anything like that. I wouldn't. And you know, it's changed because, you know, I'm not going to get into it on this show, but there's a lot more that went down, way more. And you know, the folks who were watching the Disruptive Male know about some of these things. So I feel that as I got older,
this lying
there was some
motherfucker
other
is a piece of shit
that kind of changed my behavior.
Said that.
I didn't get in trouble or nothing. It's just I will share this. And
Were these negative things? Because it might help to share. Because
no, I want to share.
Okay, because we have a lot of 25-year-old, 27-year-old black men in the chat. Some of whom really follow you, and they're looking at me.
Why does anybody follow this guy?
They're looking at Anton for guidance.
I guess because he's a
lot
millionaire.
of these young men, you know, didn't grow up with fathers in the home.
And
so it's helpful to talk about some of the negative things that have helped shape the man that you say you are now, right? And not just give them all the crazy stories, but also some of the risks.
This is one, I'm going to bring it on the channel the other night, but one married woman I was messing with, her husband went to her phone, he got my address, and he showed up in my house with a gun.
I would too.
You know?
And I invited him in, I poured him a drink, and we sit down to discuss his wife. Craziest thing that ever happened. And that didn't actually stop me. It just kind of, because, you know, he left. He didn't shoot me. But now looking back, I was like, that was crazy as hell.
Look at this
like,
lady turning.
I was such a different person 20 years ago.
Were you on drugs back then? Or how is it? Like, how old were you back then?
20 years ago, I was 34.
Jeez. If I was a motherfucker, there would be no time. There would be no fucking time for you to pour a fucking drink for me. I'll be blasting you.
The swingers, and I was part of that lifestyle, and that's
he said he poured him a drink.
Yeah, rewind that a little bit.
Yeah,
because he lying. He said he poured him a drink. They talked about his wife. Then he said, "I don't even drink now."
Yeah,
crazy as hell. Like, once again, I was such a different person 20 years messing with her
That's
husband
right
went
there.
to her phone. He got my address and he showed up at my house with a gun. He wanted to shoot me. And I invited him in and I poured him a drink and we sit down to discuss his wife. Craziest thing that ever happened. And that didn't actually stop me. It just kind of, because, you know, he left. He didn't shoot me. But now looking back, I was like, that was crazy as hell. Like, once again, I was such a different person 20 years ago.
Were you on drugs back then, or how is it? Like, what? How old were you back then?
20 years ago, I was 34.
So you're 54 now.
Jesus Christ!
I've never done a drug in my life. I don't even drink. It was just.
But he poured him a drink.
Mentioned the swingers, and I was part of that lifestyle, and that's a very compelling. It sucks you in, and I actually had to take a year off.
Yeah, go ahead.
This guy's lying. I'm telling you right now. This guy's lying. He ain't never done none of this shit because he can't keep his story straight.
Yeah,
he making this shit up, trying to get his channel off the ground.
Yes.
I don't believe none of this shit.
Anton's not even buying it for a minute to begin.
Yeah, look at Anton's face now.
Look at his face. Is like, you full of shit, bro. You don't pour a drink for somebody that's pulling a gun on your ass.
Yeah.
Are you serious? You got to be stone cold chill to do something like that.
Man,
if I'm coming to pull a gun on you, I'm pulling a gun on you and squeezing the trigger with 5 pounds worth of pressure on that shit. There ain't gonna be no time to pour a fucking drink.
Yeah.
Now,
this cat lying. Lying. You making all this shit up.
So this is the thing now. He's probably doing all of this shit for clout to get his channel up there, to get his views up, because he talked about it earlier in the show, right? Yep. There's better ways to do it, guys. Like, really and truly, there is better ways to get up there. You grind. You don't need to talk about stupid fucking shit about sleeping with fucking 17-year-old girls, bro.
Well, I'm telling you, I think he lying. He took advantage of the R.Kelly heat. He made that title because we know somebody that makes these damn clickbait titles, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did. And he's getting heat. I don't think he done none of this shit. I could be wrong.
No, I'm 100% agree with you, especially when now we're hearing the fact that this guy is a millionaire, right? So when you have that much money, you got to be careful with the things that you do, bro, because people will try to rob your ass. And supposedly he lives in Atlanta. I know they don't play in Atlanta, bro.
I heard nightmares there, but they don't.
I heard nightmares about sexual escapades in Atlanta.
You see what I'm saying?
That young kids go there and get turned the hell out.
Mm-hmm. Right. And robbed and shit, you know. So a man like this with money, they hey, you want this girl? Yeah, come to this hotel, boom, and then he gets in there and they fucking put that bag over his head and hey, give me all the money you got, your jewelry and everything. So yeah, man, this guy's capping hard, bro.
Where I just didn't have sex, didn't engage with anyone to calm down because I felt that I was getting out of control. So that's one of the things that happened. And this may sound really dark, but I had one of these chicks fall in love with me. And she got hurt really, really bad. And that's one of the things that got me to thinking about changing my ways. So
how old was she?
42.
How did she get hurt?
Same thing. Ads. I mean, guys, if I could just, man. All right.
Man, you full of shit.
I had every man's
story, right?
Their ability to, because I had some ads, like this is direct response marketing. I had ads that performed really well, and I weeded out the ads that didn't perform well. So I would run the ads every day. It took me about 15 minutes, and I would have 20 to 30 women respond to these ads every night. And then I would go through. It's like, no, I like her. And this was my life for 10 years. And it got very addictive. It got very self-indulgent.
That's every man's dream?
Every man except Anton Daniels. Yeah.
Not every man.
Like,
I don't think every man runs ads in order to be able to reach out and get women.
Facts.
Well,
facts.
I would say I would agree with that because I know that you don't appreciate it because when running ads to sell physical merchandise and running ads to get women, they're roughly the same. So it's a skill set. But every man's dream,
bullshit.
Most heterosexual men want to have a lot of unlimited sex with no restraints, no requirements. That's most men's dream. There are some men who meet a one woman, get married, have a beautiful relationship. That's a beautiful thing. But the average dude wants to have as much sex as possible. That much I'm sure.
Glendon, can I ask you a question? I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious because it seems as though looking at your videos and going through your very, very, very detailed sexual experiences with these teenagers, so to speak, right? It seems as though you base your moral compass as far as how young a girl should be. And you admittedly said that the only difference between you and R.Kelly is you didn't have other people going out to get the girls for you. That's word for word exactly what you said.
Worse than R.Kelly.
Between you and R.Kelly is that you didn't have girls going with him, and you said that you wasn't as big as R.Kelly. That's A, right? But B, you justify the behavior by saying that it's legal, or you felt that it was legal, or whatever, right? That the minimum age in which you can have sex with a girl is 16, right? Do you base your decisions as to who it is, because you said you like young girls, who it is that you want to have sex with based off of what the law says and not necessarily based off of your own decisions as to how old or how young they should be?
All right. Once again, this video was an experiment. Let me say that again. And the video was titled, I Could Have Been Like R.Kelly. I Could Have Been a Predator. I mean, if I had true R.Kelly energy, there would be about 500 teenage girls fucked at the moment. And I didn't do it because I like girls with titties. I like ass. And a lot of these girls, they were young and they were undeveloped and they didn't appeal to me. So, and once again, because I work this guy's right, I know.
So what he's saying is, if they had titties and they were developed, yeah, I would have did it. But these girls, they were undeveloped. So hey, man,
oh my god,
it's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous.
If I was able to fucking have my hand reach through the fucking screen and grab this motherfucker's throat, there'll be a bloodbath going on.
Yeah, man, I want people to put some fires in the chat if they fucking would choke the shit out of this guy right now.
No, I want to choke this motherfucker. His throat will be fucking out of his body, like Mortal Kombat style.
This guy, he's an idiot, boy.
I'm not even fucking around here.
Like, so dumb, man. So dumb. We'll see what more he has, and then we'll move on.
Scottish right. Scottish right is a children's hospital.
It's a hospital down here.
And we had social workers, and we would have children come in who were raped, molested, and all this other stuff. And pedophiles don't change behavior. They are
pedophiles. What's a pedophile? What the fuck is that?
I never actually dove into like this one girl. She must have been. She said she was 16, but she must have been like 10 years old. And I'm just like, why are you on here? Why are you emailing me? You should be playing with dolls and stuff. So I did not base my acceptance on age. I based my acceptance on, was she hot? Did she look a certain way? And most of these.
So there you go. He just said it. He just fucking said it. He just said it.
Pedophile. Oh my god.
Not only did he say pedophile, he said he don't base it on age. He based it on whether they're hot or not. So if a 17-year-old, 16-year-old had the titties and the body that he wanted, he wouldn't turn it down. This guy is fucking ridiculous, bro. Like, this is just.
I don't understand how this guy's not getting arrested live
they had
on
braces
YouTube,
and all this other stuff. So
I don't know.
That's why I think he lied.
I would say the medium age for the women that I engaged off Craigslist was about 28 to 32. That's where the bulk of them were. So I wasn't like hunting down children and, it was funny. But in that video, it was an experiment. And we will see how it goes because a lot of people got outraged. I have people leaving comments on all of my channels. and it's just wow.
You didn't answer the question, Glendon. I said, do you determine how young the girl is as far as what
I
the
did
minimum
answer your
requirement-
question. I said age has nothing to do with it. I don't go after girls who are young.
But
I
you
just said-
You're saying age has nothing to do with it. So
hold on,
oh
wait.
my gosh.
Wait, come on now. You just said that you don't go after girls who are young, but
I don't go after teenagers. Let's
And
put it
then you
that
just
way.
said
I do
age
like young
doesn't
women,
make a
28 to about
difference.
35.
You
Yes, I
stupid
do.
motherfucker.
you literally described in detail how you love young girls. You love you word for word. I love young pussy.
Once again,
Hold on,
that
wait.
video was
You
an
went into how
experiment.
perky 17-year-old girls' tits were. You described in detail.
Yes, I
in
did. In the
grave
video, that was
detail
an experiment.
how awesome it was. And then
Gosh, the more you keep
when you
saying
found out her
experiment.
age and you found out she was still 17 and she wasn't 18 yet, you kept going. You admittedly said, I love young girls, word for word. That's
No
what
comment.
you said.
No comment. Crickets.
Was it a lie? Because if
my
it is,
shit.
and you told it.
and
Crickets.
to be clear, you did say that the video was an experiment, but you also said in that experiment everything was true except for
Their
the ages that you changed. But you didn't say, when I said I love young girls or I love young pussy or that whatever, you didn't say
Bro,
that.
I do like young women. 28 to 32. I am 54 years old. I do like them. I don't like teenagers because one of the things is you can't really talk to a teenager. They don't have no life experience.
Here's the thing, because you described R.Kelly's appetite. And, I thank you for this because you said in that video, you said the normal man does not have that appetite. And I think that's something that a lot of women need to hear, right? We're not going to cast, what's going on in the kink community to all men, right?
No, but what R.Kelly did, most men can't get with that.
Right. But what you did say is that you kind of have that appetite. And you said, and this is a quote, there is something special about fucking a young girl that doesn't have a lot of miles on her.
Facts.
Now, and this is not a shot at any 28-year-olds. 28-year-olds in Atlanta got a lot of miles on them, right? That's not a shot, but it's true. It's true. So let's be honest, Glendon.
I will share some with you. I will share some with you. I managed to meet 4 millionaires through these ads, and I managed to meet many women who were 20-something to 30-something that didn't have a lot of miles on them. Because, it was crazy because I was like, you're 32 and you've only been with 3 men. It is crazy. So during these exploits, if you will, I learned a whole bunch about women, and that's one of the reasons I feel that the Disruptive Male channel was so popular and was so impactful. And once again, I deleted those channels, but I didn't put them up. But I never talked about this stuff. And once again, it's just an experiment. We will see how bad it goes because, like I think, part of it is it didn't go as big as I thought it would, which. This is why you run experiments. And this is something I've done my whole YouTube career. I put out content just to see how people react. And once again, we will see because I also have my own platform, the disruptivemale.org. And there is none of this. One of the things I'm going to do is not do content like that anymore. And
okay, I think we've heard enough of this guy now.
Yeah,
I really do.
He's an idiot.
It's fucking. Bro.
Disgusting.
I got no words to say for this guy, man. We need to get this guy canceled, even if he's capping or not, because just like the lead attorney and Antoine said, what he did was gave people a prototype on how to fucking be a predator.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Oh, make sure you look at the pictures. Make sure you don't see any parents in the pictures, and then you're good. That's exactly what he said in his videos. Mm-hmm. So even if he didn't do the stuff that he says he did and he's lying, he still is out there trying to get people or teaching people how to get away with fucking shit like this. And our world is already fucked up enough, bro. Yeah, I know, right? make you want to fucking punch this dude in his face, and it's fucking ridiculous, bro. I cannot, like, he needs to be canceled. Like, he needs to have anything he wants, but he's a millionaire, right? So he's going to continue to be
Get
able to
his
do what he
fucking
wants to
millions
do.
taken away. Get him fucking canceled. Fuck that shit.
Well, at the beginning of the video, he
Get those
said
millions of fucking charities or places that actually need the money.
at the beginning
Not
of
to
the
this
video, he said
motherfucker.
nothing can happen to him. So unless, and what's gonna happen is he's gonna slip up and he's gonna fuck a young girl, and that young girl is gonna have a father that's gonna be like, oh yeah, really? This 50-year-old motherfucker? And they're gonna go choke him out like Roberto said he would have done. So sooner or later,
Again, this guy said that he fucking tried to he poured a drink for a guy that came at him with a gun. Really, I don't buy that for one fucking second that he poured a drink for a guy that's coming at him with a gun.
right? Because this guy's
Now,
angry
whether
and
he
shit
did
with
or
a
didn't
gun.
do it, a guy coming at you with a gun means business, not to come for a fucking drink.
Right.
Now,
Right.
just to give him the common courtesy, I would have taken the alcohol, had the drink with him, then shot him afterwards.
My thing is this, right? Like, if I know you did something, he said it was fucked his wife. Okay, fine. He fucked his wife. He comes at you with a gun. I'm not sitting down to have a drink with you and talk about shit. Nah, bro.
Exactly.
Fuck you got to say to me. What I got to say to you?
This guy just
full of shit.
What's that, Danny?
He just crazy, bro. I can't.
Yep. And what did you say, Roberto? I didn't hear you.
That honestly, that
you
guy
got daughters. What do you think?
Just put a damper on shit, you know? Like, they're stupid, and this guy is beyond fucking stupid. Like, he really should get a fucking beating. I don't wish a beating on nobody, but he should get a fucking reality beating. Like, you fucking stupid, man. Stomp a little bit, you know?
I agree. 100%. I think that there has to be something that happens to this guy. You know what I mean? Like, where, like I said, a father comes in and says, oh, yeah, some of my daughters? Okay, boom. Because I think, and I didn't see the second video, so I wish I did, right? But they said in the second video, he said he lied and the girls were 18 and 19. But I think he just said that so he don't get in trouble, right?
Exactly.
Because all of the backlash that he's been getting already, like his video got taken down off of YouTube right away. Boom. His video got taken down.
I pulled it up.
You did?
Yeah, the one you sent me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I pulled it up. I put in the corporate citizen and all kinds of shit popped up.
Yeah, but those are people making reactions to his video. His actual
his
video
right here, yeah.
Put in the private chat.
How do I do that?
Just copy and paste, and then copy and paste in the private chat. Cause that's fucking ridiculous. I thought his video got taken down. I'm looking at his channel there. Okay, yeah. So this is his video, but this is not his channel. So somebody else actually put this video up.
But I'm on the corporate citizen though.
Yeah, I know. But if you look at the name, this one is Arctic Yan or some shit like that.
Okay.
The corporate citizen last Kings. Yeah. So that's not his channel. It's someone else's channel. But I don't know if anybody's reacting to it or they're just.
Okay,
yeah, no, they're not reacting to it. It's just his video on there. But you see, what happens is, look, 36K views. So someone seen this video, stole it, and put it up there to try and get views on their channel because they only have 194 subscribers. So
I see a lot of people do that.
Yeah. I wanted to react to it because I think it's a piece of shit. I think he's a piece of shit. You know what I mean? And for a black man, he makes us look fucking bad. I'm sorry. What up, Jedi Bill? What's going on? You know, so as a black man, I think he makes us look bad. But whatever.
Just giving him that much time was a waste. Everybody should just fucking giving him that much time we did was a waste. Not that I'm telling you it's a bad topic or whatever, but the more we talk about him, the more power we give this piece of shit.
I feel you, Roberto.
You know? Like the more people bring him up and talk about him, that's what he wants.
Yeah, but I want him to get canceled, and the only way for him to get canceled is for people to be outraged and go after his channel and go after everything that he has, his platform, whatever, his YouTube channel, his own web page, whatever it is. You know what I
After
mean?
his millions.
If the fucking LGBT community can go after fucking Dave Chappelle for making jokes, why can't we go after this guy for the shit that we think is
we're
actually
not an algorithm. But we
I
can start
guess.
one, though.
I guess that's what I've been trying to do, man.
One? You just fucking keep like a little momentum going of him getting canceled, and then the algorithms pick it up, and I don't know what happens after.
That's what I've been trying to do, bro. I've been trying to. I see people's videos; they got like 39K views. Mine only got 1,000 views. But in the comments, people are like, "Yo, this guy's a piece of shit. This guy's dumb. This guy's this, and this guy's that." So. You know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm hoping for that happens to this guy, because
you just got to keep providing information how to find him.
Right, and his channels, because I didn't even know he said he has like few YouTube channels. I only thought he had the one.
You think that is helping them?
Pardon me?
Maybe all of the just publicity, even though it's negative, is still making him relevant.
It could, yeah.
You didn't see the one I just sent, Nzo? It's 360 something thousand views.
Yeah. So people are still watching it. I got to go read the comments in this video and see if it's the same kind of comments that people are talking about, the one you sent there. But at the end of the day, it's like, you're right, but I'm hoping that at least we can shed light so people know not to fuck with this guy.
Oh, he pissed me off, and I ended up closing the window by accident.
No, that's okay. He's a piece of shit, bro. That guy's 100% a piece of shit. So I think people like that need to get exposed, man. They really do.
100.
Because I have a son, right? But if I had a daughter,
I think he done made up in his mind that he's gonna say whatever it is that's gonna piss and polarize people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he did on that shit. Nah, he might have done some of it, but he would be a fool to go on something like YouTube and incriminate himself like this, because it won't be hard to find out. Because everybody and their mama, well, not everybody, but a lot of people put their whole life on Facebook. Or social
I don't.
Social mediums.
The only real social media I use a lot is this.
That's why I changed it. I say some people, a lot of
right.
people.
Exactly.
But there's just one thing, like when you go out of town, they put, this went to Florida, this went to home. Okay. Really? Okay. All you doing is let the cooks know that you ain't at home now.
Facts.
But you can't tell people that when they, I don't know why I got boogerized. Maybe because on Facebook you told me you're going on Honolulu
vacation.
Thank you, Danny. I was about to say that. Like that's how burglars do. They know this type of stuff. Like I honestly, the way I understand burglars more, the way they actually there's one video I have saved on my one of my lists I have of how this guy knows how to pick a house, know when to do this. Even with Facebook stuff too. This guy kind of explains a little bit too. Yeah, that's how burglars rob houses, because some people post about where they're going on vacation on. Perfect timing.
Facts.
Get to know the area, know the neighborhood, know the neighbors.
Right, 100%. And it's usually someone that lives in the neighborhood. You know what I mean?
And that's past your house
constantly. They know you're on Facebook or something like that, and they say, "Hey, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks." Oh, really? Okay. I've been past your house. I see you got those big screen TVs up in there. I know you got jewelry. So hey, go on your vacation, and when you're gone, you come back, things ain't gonna be where they're supposed to be. So social media can be the death of you, bro. That's why I say all the time, like, this internet thing was a blessing and a motherfucking curse, hands down. Because it gives people like this the opportunity to become even more of a predator. It's so much easier now because of the internet than it was. You know what I mean? You're camping out at some high school or some shit, you're gonna look suspicious. But if you're on the internet, hey, you can be whoever the fuck you want to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's too convenient. Right now, we be on a show. Square one, I give it to you. Who made 500 catches last season or whatever? Shit. While we talking, within seconds, one of us on our phone or on the computer. Oh yeah, that was That was Danny Graham. Yeah, he did that. It's too convenient. Siri,
For real.
man, my daddy is 70. I'm 51. He's 76 years old. He be watching these damn cowboys like John Wayne or some bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody might say something in there like, Boy George or something. Who's Boy George? My daddy don't know who it is, but he be on Siri. In the John Wayne movie in 1976, what line did he say on such and such and such? Man, shit, shoots back, tell him. 76. Don't know nothing about that, but he got that damn. He worked the shit out of Siri. I know Siri tired of him because if you don't know something, he on Siri. So
Facts.
this technology, man, is crazy.
Facts. It makes it so much easier for people. There's even this dude, EG Care, whatever the fuck this guy's name was a big YouTuber and ended up getting fucking caught for trying to talk to these young girls, right? It's so easy for this internet shit, man. Mad sent this. She said this is what Antoine wants to do. So I'm gonna play this real quick. Where did I put it? This one? Here. What was this now?
I always got that bread on me. Man, you ain't getting no money, dude. What you mean? I steal money. I got money on me right now. You got D-Lo money? Man, I ain't worried about D-Lo. He gonna get his money when he get it. There go D-Lo right there. Gentlemen, Trey. What's up, D-Lo? Duck. What's up, D-Lo? Hey, Ducky, you got my money? Oh, nah, I ain't got it yet. I'm still working on it. But, you know, I was also one. Dang! I always can count on you, boy. Nice doing business with you.
That's some fucked up shit.
Oh, that was funny.
Slap the blackness out of him.
You know what I mean?
Damn.
That's hilarious, man. But yeah, man, like I said, man, anyways, at the end of the day, hey, man, if I see more of these, I'm going to expose these motherfuckers, man, because this is the shit that should not be on fucking YouTube, bro. These guys should not be doing this shit on YouTube, man. It's ridiculous.
They shouldn't be doing it on YouTube. They shouldn't be doing it
at all. Right, I know.
The one thing I want to get addressed is stop calling it a fucking experiment because it sounds even worse when you say it.
Mm-hmm. But
this
like
guy
Danny
kept calling it an experiment. Like he kept on saying experiment more than my blood was boiling.
No, I feel you. But like Danny was saying, I think he did it just to fucking get his views up there and make his channel big, right?
Roberto looked and he said, what, over 300,000 views?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that.
Man, that's a got a fat check.
Right.
That's somebody else showing it, not even him.
Right. And that's someone else just popped that video up there and named it the same thing. And look, 38K views. So, you know, maybe I should change the name of my video. I have no idea. I might do that and see.
What if I was a third person like R.Kelly? Name it.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Association to that mofo.
Absolutely, man. Yeah. Anyways, guys, we almost hit the 2-hour mark. Well, I mean, we've been on for 2 hours. So we're going to close it down here one last time. We're going to let these people talk about their channels before we go. I'm going to start off with my guest over here, Mr. Danny Graham. Talk to the people, sir.
I'm Danny Graham, aka Comic Chat. I shoot Nzo several nights throughout the week. Monday, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Please catch us out on Chaos Central. Then, of course, on Saturdays, we try to do our thing with sports. Won't be able to do it this Saturday. But catch us back next Saturday, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk NBA, NFL. I definitely want to talk this weekend, man, because Russell Westbrook did his thing last night.
Nah, whatever.
Well, I have to talk by myself, I guess. But anyway, great.
Hey, never know. Let me know what time I can do it.
Thanks. Hey, we might knock it out about 9 something.
Yeah. I could do it. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah.
Right.
Let me just say one thing, guys. I put a link in there. It's Jedi Bill's channel. He needs 3 subs to get to 500. So if anybody in there is not subbed to Jedi Bill, please sub to his channel and get this guy to 500 subs, please. Thank you very much. Much appreciated.
That's the name of his channel, Jedi Bill.
Yeah, I put it in the chat right there. Andrea, talk to the people. Thanks for coming on, man. I know you've been busy and stuff, and you had a topic that you wanted to get into.
Look
so
at that.
What's
I
that?
gained one subscriber after 2 weeks.
We'll get you more, brother. We'll get you more.
Damn.
Go ahead, Andrea.
But yeah, there's a topic I will have like sometime like when I get ready. Right now, I'm like going through some transitions right now. Not those type of transitions, but you know. But yeah, once I'm ready, I'll get the topic going.
Don't lie. Don't lie.
You know, sometimes I'll be coming on MSK's channel now and then from time to time. You know, if K-Dot's streaming, you know, I'll pop in on his whenever. Even on Paul's at times, you know, subscribe to Paul's at HalogenHelix. You know, subscribe to the host here first of all. No one isn't. You know, subscribe to Roberto over here. Get this man up. Get his name
Por
out.
favor.
And Comic Chad Danny, who actually was, you know, the legit winner of the music. No cheating involved. He brought out the fire. You know I had to say this. You know I was gonna say this. Danny was a legit winner.
Wow.
Jedi Bill, I just subbed to you, bro. So I hope that helps you.
He needs one more, guys. One more. Someone in there. One more sub.
I subbed, I think.
Good job. Good job. Roberto, you're up. Andrea has nothing else more to say. He will not be on the show again. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
He knows I'll be on here more.
Awesome guest.
Go Danny.
I know where his vote went to, motherfucker.
Exactly. Mine went to Danny, to be honest.
Wow. Roberto.
For now, you could just find me here and Saturdays on Danny's show, Square One. Don't know when I'm coming back with Trendy Mendy, but I appreciate the one person trying to boost me up to that 100. I don't know if I got to put it back up there to get it to 100. It would be nice to come and see that 100 and just come back live again. Let's see what happens.
Hey, New Rufus, I didn't even know you were here, man. Thanks for coming in. Check again. You want me to check Jedis again or check? Let me check Jedis again. There you go, Mr. Jedi Bill. You're at 502 subscribers, man. Congratulations. I am happy that you got to your 500 subscribers.
You help other people so easy, man. I can't get my shit to move.
Well, because you're on the
bam, he's there.
No, but you're on
Roberto.
What's that?
How many you got?
81.
81.
Roberto's at 81.
But 80 for like
everyone, get this man to 100. Let's get him to 100.
Facts. And Roberto's on the channel, right? Shit, huh? So most of the people that's on the channel are already subbed to you. So you know you gotta come on to someone else's channel, bro, and then pimp shit out, man.
You know, what's his name?
What you do on Monday nights?
SSK. What was it? SSK?
Oh yeah,
K-Dots.
K-Dots. Yeah. He
what you do on Monday nights, Roberto?
Monday night. Well, that's the reason why I stopped my show, because I feel like I don't have enough time for shit, you know.
Okay.
Because even MSK wanted you on his show, Danny's show. We do Danny's show on Monday.
What is it?
9 EST. No, just any topics. You know what I mean? Movies, this or that. You know, even like real life shit sometimes. You know what I mean? So
I give everybody the questions.
Right. So what we'll do is, because Roberto doesn't use the Twitter, but if Danny sends the questions, I'll send them to you. And if you have time and you want to come in and discuss it, or even just come in and hang out, man, you can do that too.
And what I'm going to start doing too, I heard that this helps too, is start doing shorts.
Yes.
Like this, like 2 or 3 minutes. Boom, 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 boom.
Yes.
Where you doing these shorts? On StreamYard?
No, on your phone. Yeah. You go to your YouTube page on your cell phone and you see a little up or create video, and it says create short. You can just do a little short, anything you want to do on there, you know?
It could be like hey man, I woke up today and I'm thinking about walking or something. Just
Oh,
real
maybe
quick.
I'm gonna film one of these people who stress the fuck out of me every morning.
Well,
Yeah, do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
That
There's gonna
will
be
work.
a lot of beeping on that video.
That will work. Absolutely. And guys,
Thanks
you know
for
the
the
channel.
insight, Danny. Appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, bro.
So did you said K-Dot reach out to you? MSK reach out to you too?
MSK, I think. I think it was SSK or MSK.
MSK, okay. Yeah.
MSK.
Yeah, because MSK was like, he was like, yo, make Roberto message me. And I was like, just hit him up on Facebook because he doesn't do Twitter.
Yeah, that's where we hit each other up. And I told him, man, I don't know, because time is like a bitch right now and haven't heard back from him.
What you can do though is because he usually does some late shows or whatever, but he likes to do one-on-one interviews with people. So at least do it. Yeah, do a one-on-one interview with him. It's just his time is Pacific, right? So it might be hard for you to get a time down
because he's in the same state as me.
Right.
He's in what? Y'all in California, ain't it?
Yep, California.
That is correct. And with that being said, guys, we're going to close it up. I got one more thing to say, which I was going to say at the beginning.
Go ahead.
But I'm going to say it now, right? And this is what I'm going to say. Like, I appreciate everybody that came in here today to watch the show, but I have seen that some people don't watch. When I got 10, when I got 11, when I got 20 people. But when I had 2,000 people in my Versus stream, people came out in droves, and I'm talking about the community. They were in there. So that just goes to show me that, you know, as long as I got the subs in there, I got people in there, then people come in and, hey, pin this up, do this, do that. But when it comes to just doing a regular show, ain't nobody watching. None of those guys that I think that I fuck with. Right? I'm not talking about normal people. I'm just talking about people that I've been fucking with in the community. They ain't here. So what up, SSJ? What up, K-Dot? Thank you for popping in. Wasn't talking about you. You just happened to pop in at the time I said it. You know what I mean? But the people know who I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Just look at that $2,000 stream that I did, the Versus, and you'll see some names in there that popped in. Say, hey, how you doing? You know, maybe we should do this. Pin our name up there and na. And then when it's a regular stream, they ain't watching.
Oh, you wow. You are wow.
All right, man. I just gotta. This is off our chest, Danny. I'm gonna say it straight up. This is off my chest.
I told you.
I know,
Padawan. Just because you can say something, don't mean you have to always say something.
I know, but you know me. I'm fucking Anakin. I don't fucking listen.
I feel
you. I don't listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's simple and plain, man. You know, so people that come in and watch all the time, I appreciate it. But the ones that just come in when they see I'm doing good on the stream and have people in there. With that being said, guys, we are going to close it up. Much appreciated. Jason Lee, you're here all the time. Appreciate that too as well. All the people that show me the support and come into the show and do all of this stuff, man, because you don't have to. You could be somewhere else, but you're here chilling with me. So, and Roberto and Danny when he comes on, and Andrea when they come on or whatever. And I appreciate that 100%. With that being said, guys, see you on the next one. Peace, love, everybody. And hair grease. Peace.